Hey everyone, it's your girl Sophie and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title of this video, today I'm going to be doing a video on how to do makeup on a client. Some of you guys may know that I did a video with the same title not too long ago, but the only problem was that I was doing makeup on my friend and I used the same mascara, used the same lipstick. I didn't really treat her as a client, and a lot of you guys gave me some feedback and told me those things, and I didn't realize, you know, that's not how you do makeup on a client. So this time around, I wanted to bring my lovely model, Cecily. Her name is Cecily. I call her Cece. She's my girl. Look at this beautifulness. Like, I love her. I've done her makeup before in the past. We've worked together. I've done her as a client, as a friend. So I decided she'd be the perfect model for today's video. You guys should definitely follow her on Instagram. Her @ will be somewhere on the screen. So follow her, show her some love. She's awesome. So today I'm going to be breaking it down for you step by step on how I personally do makeup on a client, not makeup on a friend. So I'm treating her today as if she was my real client. I'm going to be using the right tools to succeed makeup on a client, also the professional way. I'm also going to be showing you tips and tricks on how to make your client comfortable and what to do when you first get your hands on your first client or the client that you have. So now let's go ahead and get started with the introduction. Once you have your client in your chair, you want to make them feel really comfortable. Why? Because you're going to be with them for the next hour, and if it's an hour of silence, I promise you it's going to be an hour of torture. I've had those clients in the past when I first started that I wasn't really comfortable speaking. You know, I was really shy, and that made that 1 hour session really awkward. So you really want to make sure your client is comfortable with you. You want to give off a good impression, a good vibe as well. You want to make sure that they're comfortable in your chair and they could talk to you and communicate, because that's very, very important. So you'll learn this along the way of doing makeup. You're going to encounter some clients that are just shy and don't want to talk to you, and then you're going to encounter some clients that you'll be there for like an hour and 30 minutes gossiping. They're going to be talking to you about their life. Trust me, you're going to encounter a bunch of different people. But today I'm going to show you some tricks on how to get that kind of relationship with your client flowing. So the first thing you want to do is introduce yourself. Tell them a little bit about yourself, obviously, as they walk into your studio or to your room and get into your chair. Once they're in your chair, you want to start a conversation right away. What I always like to do is ask them a few questions. I'll ask them 2 or 3 questions about the makeup before we get into it. The first question that I always like to ask my clients is, what event are you attending? Where are you going? Like, is it a wedding? Is it a quince, senior pictures, prom? There's going to be all sorts of events. It could be something as simple as a photo shoot or something as big as a wedding. So you're going to get a lot of different clients obviously coming for different occasions, and it's really important to ask them that. Then you're going to go ahead and ask them if they have anything in mind already. A lot of my clients will either show me my work in the past, they'll show me Instagram pictures of other work, whether it's a cut crease, a smoky eye, using specific colors that they like, or sometimes they'll just be like, I have no idea, do what you want. And then when they tell me that, I'll go based off of their outfit. So if they absolutely don't know what they want to do with their eye makeup and they put it into my hands, I'll ask them this question. I'll tell them, okay, so what are you wearing? Do you have a picture of your dress? If not, what colors are you wearing? I also really like to ask them what jewelry they're wearing, whether it's silver or gold, because based off of that, I can do an eyeshadow look, you know, gold smoky, silver smoky, and then obviously with their permission, I'll ask them, hey, look, I have this idea. Do you like this idea? And then we'll go from there. So like I said, you want to really know what they're doing, what their event they're, you know, what event they're attending, and what they're wearing accessory-wise and color-wise. So for today's video, we already have something in mind. We're going to be doing a summer dewy glowy look. So it's not based off of her outfit, but just so you know, if you're doing a client for a specific event, you definitely want to ask them those questions before starting. And then right before going into the makeup, the most important question I'll ask them, a question that you should ask to every single client, no matter what, is what skin type do you have? Why is this so important? This is important because based off of their skin type, you're going to be using a certain primer or a certain foundation. Because if she has really oily skin, I'm not going to put a primer for dry skin, because then she's going to get really oily throughout the night. Or vice versa, if she has really dry skin, I'm not going to put a mattifying primer or a mattifying foundation on her, because it's not going to work for her skin. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and start right into the makeup, and yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So the first thing that is very important is sanitizing your hands, and you want to make sure that you do this in front of your client so they see that your hands are clean and ready for the makeup process. Now I'm going to go ahead and moisturize my client's face. I'm using the Clean and Clear moisturizer. This is a very important step. You want to make sure your client's face is prepped for the makeup, and I always like to ask my client if they have something on their face, because some clients will already come with moisturizer on. If so, then I'll just put a very, very light layer of this moisturizer on them so their face is moisturized and ready for the makeup. Now I'm grabbing the Burt's Bees chapstick and a lip brush, and I'm going to go ahead and prep her lips for the makeup. It's super important to moisturize your client's lips, especially since people tend to have very dry lips. You don't want them to crack when you're applying the lip products towards the end, so make sure to moisturize your client's lips in the beginning. Now I'm going to go ahead and start with the makeup. I'm getting this brow palette from BH Cosmetics, and I'm using a brow powder, and I'm getting this brush from Morphe, and I'm just going to go ahead and fill in her eyebrows, going in with her natural shape because that's the way she likes her eyebrows. So I think it's very important to ask your client how they like their eyebrows. Some people like them very dramatic and filled in. Some people just like the natural shape that they have and just filling in the sparse areas. So make sure to communicate with your client what type of brow they want. So for today, Cece, she likes natural brows, so I'm literally just filling in her sparse areas. Very simple and very easy. Now to clean up the mess I made, I'm going to go ahead and use concealer. It's a matte concealer from this palette, and I absolutely love doing this because with the concealer, it's basically like an eraser. I'm just going to go ahead and make the shape I want with the concealer. So this is a little trick I like to use, and then I'll just go ahead and blend it out with a beauty blender. Now I'm getting the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden. I had put that on a pan prior, and I'm getting a brush and just packing that color on to her lids. I'm literally applying this primer everywhere because it's the perfect base. It covers up all of her veins and any discoloration she has on her lids. So once that's done, I'm just going to blend it out with a beauty blender, and of course I'm going to set that primer. This is very important to set primer because you want to make sure that everything blends smoothly. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up this white eyeshadow. It's a white matte eyeshadow, and just applying that everywhere that I put the primer potion on just to set it. For today's look, I'm grabbing the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, and with a Morphe blending brush, I'm getting the two shades Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange, and I'm basically using this to apply all over her lid and up to her crease. Just using this color as my transition color. We're doing a very simple glam, so we only really need to use about 2 or 3 colors for her eye makeup look. So I'm going to go ahead and use circular motion and windshield wiper motions to apply this product and have a beautiful seamless blend. Now I'm getting the color Realgar, I hope that's how you pronounce it, and it's just a very burnt vibrant orange, and I'm using that and I'm applying it basically the same areas that I applied that transition color. We just want a nice orangey shadow look. Now I'm picking up the color Mocha from Makeup Geek, and I'm using an angled brush, and basically what I'm doing is applying this on the lash line as if it was eyeliner. I'm going to use this color and then I'm going to go to black later on, but I like to do this instead of using liner because it gives it a smoky effect. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get the black. It's from Makeup Geek. It's called Corrupt, and I'm using that once again just to apply on the lash line to act as if it was a liner, but we're just using eyeshadow and it just gives it a dark smoky effect on her lash line. To highlight her brow bone, I'm going to be using Primavera from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. It's a beautiful gold, and I'm spraying that with some House of Beauty lavender water to really intensify that pigment. So I'm applying that onto her brow bone and her inner corner just to really highlight the main points and areas on her eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then we're going to go ahead and clean up all of that fallout and all of the mess that's on her face. And this is why I like to do the eye makeup first, just because I don't have to struggle with this later when she has face makeup on. Now, when that's done, we're going to go ahead and put some lashes on her. I'm going to be using these Kiss lashes, and I'm using the Kiss glue as well. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply that onto her lash line. I love these lashes. They're really nice because they have this cat eye wispy look, but they're not too dramatic, and they look really, really good on her. So I'm going to go ahead and do so. I like to always tell my clients to look down when I apply lashes, or to close your eyes, because that's just how I really can tell where to put the lashes. So I always like to use a tweezer as well, because I feel like with my hands it's a little messy to get a good grip on them. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara. So I'm using a disposable, and I'm using this mascara from the Balm Cosmetics. I'm going to go ahead and dip that disposable in there and apply some mascara. So I always like to tell my clients to look down, because that's how I can apply the mascara. So I tell them to look down, and I kind of just lift up their eyes so I can go ahead and really get into their lashes and mix that fake lash with the real lash. Now once that's done, we are going to go ahead and move on to face makeup. I know that Cece has very oily skin, so I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever primer, and this is meant for people with oily skin, and I absolutely love this primer. It's very mattifying, and it's really good to use when someone has extremely oily skin. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that with my fingers all over, and then we're going to go ahead and go into the foundation. Today I'm going to be using the Born This Way foundation from Too Faced. I'm putting a pump on my metal plate, and then I'm going to go ahead and with my fingers just dot the foundation all over her face. I like to do this personally just because I know how much foundation I'm applying, and I'd rather put less foundation on her than have too much foundation on her. And with this dotting method, I kind of know and place all of the foundation evenly throughout her face without putting an excessive amount. Now I'm just spraying my beauty blender with that lavender water from House of Beauty to really get it damp. Then I'm going to go ahead and pounce the foundation into her skin. You want to make sure to always color match your clients correctly, which is why I didn't get it on camera, but before you apply all of that foundation, you want to make sure to just put one dot on her cheek or somewhere on her face and blend that out and see if that's her color. Because if not, you're going to make your clients look too orange or too white, and you do not want that. That's probably one of the worst things you could do. So always make sure to color match your clients before applying all of the foundation. Also, another very important thing is applying the foundation down your client's neck a little bit as well, just because you don't want two different colors, and also a little bit on the ears, just so everything is all one color and blended seamlessly. For concealer, I'm going to be using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW20. I believe that's the color of this concealer. And with a concealer brush, I'm going to apply this on all the areas that I want to highlight her face. So obviously under her eyes, and I like to bring it out a little bit as well. I also like to apply this on the forehead, down the bridge of the nose, and on the chin as well, just because those are all the areas that you want the face to be highlighted. Now I'm going to go ahead and set all of the areas that I put that concealer in, and I just personally like to press the product onto her skin instead of baking. And I'm going to be using the Airspun translucent powder. You want to make sure you get a powder that does not give your client flashbacks, so this one I know for a fact doesn't. And I'm going to go ahead and also use that translucent powder to set all over the face and just set the foundation that we used. Now that we have all that powder on her face, we need to bring her back to life because she's very white. So we're going to be using this BH Cosmetics bronzer, and I'm just going to give a bronzy summery glow to her face. Bronzer, I love it so much. I can't get enough of it, and it looks absolutely beautiful on her skin. So I'm just going to go ahead and contour and bronze all the areas on her face. Once that's done, I'm going to use this Milani blush and apply that onto the apples of her cheek. I personally love how bronzer and blush blend together, and I think that gives the perfect summer look. So I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. Instead of putting eyeliner on, I decided to go ahead and just smoke out her lash line because I really want this to be a very orangey, smoky eye. So I'm just using a definer brush, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that onto the lash line just to finish off this look. Then I'm getting another disposable and applying some mascara onto her lower lashes. For the lips, I'm going to go ahead and dip this disposable into this ColourPop lippy. It's called Chai, I believe, and it's a liquid lipstick. It's mattifying, which I absolutely love because they last the longest. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that onto her lips, and I absolutely love this nude color on her. I think it complements her so well. And then to finish off the look, I'm going to go ahead and get some lip gloss, and I'm using my fingers just to apply a light layer of gloss onto her lips. Now, of course, we can't forget highlight. Today I'm going to be using my highlighter, Sophie Cosmetics, and I'm going to be using a brush that's also from Sophie Cosmetics as well, and I'm applying the color Desert Sage on her, which I think looks absolutely beautiful. If you guys didn't know, I rebranded my company and now it's called sophiecosmetics.com. It's completely revamped and there's a lot of new products out there. So if you want to check that out, you can go ahead and go on to sophiecosmetics.com to purchase these highlighters. And then last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and set her face with this lavender water from House of Beauty. I absolutely love this, and the look is complete. So this is the final look, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it was informative and now you guys know a little bit more on how to do makeup on a client. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. Comment down below your thoughts. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below and I'll answer them. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you're notified whenever I upload a video. Thank you so much, Cece. I really appreciate you guys. Follow her, and yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Bye.